Today we're going to explore embracing simplicity in a world of constant expansion, but not in a way that I'm talking about expansion as in evolution of one's soul, but expansion of material things. And we're going to look at the revolutionary path to true service. The patriarchal world that we're in is driven by the relentless pursuit of growth and expansion, but again, not evolution in the right ways, where success, what we're seeing, is often measured by the size of one's accomplishments set forth and wrapped around this silly monopoly paper. Yet I see that we're a group of rebels that are emerging from the shadows. And what we're doing is we're choosing to stand firm in our unyielding knowing that true greatness lies not in a fake illusion of monopoly playthings, but rather lies in the depth of compassion and true connection once again. And so this is about challenging the status quo, rejecting the pressure of constant expansion, and becoming an advocate for a revolutionary approach to service through simplicity. My name is Natalie. Thank you for being here. And I founded Team Goo because I wanted to offer a path to sacred mission holders. And what Team Goo provides, sacred soul path illumination, and we support heart-centric sacred mission holders all over the globe through strategy and creative and really understanding how to be bold, speak the truth, and get that magic into the world. As I mentioned in today's video, we're going to look at this thought around simplicity and why true service is a revolutionary path. The pressure of constant expansion exists because the patriarchy, it's really more than a broken system. It's a system that has been devised by vile ones. That's what I call the factions that are really hell-bent on control. And this system has created a relentless pressure to keep up and constantly expand, which can feel like we're just running and running and running. And it also can feel like a vice is tightening its grip on our souls. And what this does, this nonsense really drowns those of us who are in true sacred service, real service to others, not service to self. That's very different. And it's left us kind of drowning in the sea of these expectations of what the society says, pushing us to feel like we're supposed to achieve more, reach higher, and do it all with lightning speed. Don't forget that. We are made to believe that the bigger is the better, and anything less is deemed irrelevant or unworthy. I know that this is the time to pause and reflect. Are our sacred souls really defined by numbers, fake illusions constructed by a silly thing named money that's merely paper, or by just the countless tasks that we keep accumulating day after day? Is our worth truly measured by our ability to constantly expand? Or, my friends, my sacred mission holders, is there a simpler, more meaningful path that beckons us, one that allows us to truly serve? I believe there's eternal power available when we return to simplicity. Amidst the chaos and clamor of this constantly expanding, constantly having to look for what's new, what's shiny, where we can find solace and the power, once again, is really looking into how we bring more simplicity. I think simplicity is calling to many of us. It's like a gentle whisper in a world of nonsensical noise from a ridiculous mainstream that continues to hammer lies, reminding us of the essence of our true sacred mission is this gentle whisper that is getting louder for many of us every single second of every single day. And serving through simplicity is a rebellion against the notion that success is solely measured by growth or expansion, or again, this materialism. Materialism is a total BS way of making us look to what we must do, which is expand, let's grow. But it's not in the act of evolution. It's very different. And it is an act of defiance, a declaration that our values lies not in how much we do, but in how deeply we connect with others and how we are serving them, how we're showing up to serve. And we can expand in our own evolution. We can take our sacred mission to new heights without sacrificing our souls, without playing the materialism game, without playing in those old world games anymore. We can build outside of these things because it's truly a new paradigm that we're entering. And so it's time that we really act like it and step up into that. And our mission through our purpose and all the magic that it contains can be put out into the world with so much intention. It can be created with and on purpose. And we can create from within the field of unity consciousness. Simplicity is not a limitation. And sometimes I feel like that word brings this concept of there's a constraint around it, but it's not a limitation and it's not a constraint of any kind. It's a choice. It's an incredibly strategic and intentional path that illuminates the core of our sacred purpose. It strips away the layers of this made-up, man-made nonsense that we call complexity, revealing the pure essence of what sacred service means. Those things lie in the small, everyday gestures, often overlooked in a world that's obsessed with grandeur and can become the building blocks of our impact. And I truly believe that, yes, we can break free by embracing the power of simplicity. Because the act of embracing simplicity, what we must know is that we resist the pressure to conform. We resist the pressure to blend in the frantic race for constant expansion, for materialism, and the rampant need to compete as if the world isn't abundant. The world is abundant. So we must overcome fear of being left behind, realizing that true service is not a race, but it's truly a lifelong commitment. And serving through simplicity requires courage. It requires conviction. It requires a steadfast belief in our own worthiness. And I just put out a previous video about self-worth. So if you haven't got to watch that yet, that might be a really helpful video with 3 tips on how to really tap into that self-worth wound. And so simplicity, what it does is it requires us prioritizing quality over the vanity, quality over quantity, depth over breadth, and human connection over mere numbers. And as we stand united, defying the pressure, embracing how we're going to usher in a new era, one where truly our actions echo with the power to change lives, and not just human lives. We're talking about the planetary being who is alive that we call Earth, that we call Pachamama, that we call Gaia, and also all of the animals, all the beautiful, beautiful beings that are here along with us. They're truly here to serve. So it's about serving this greater good for all. And what I know is simplicity really means uncovering the beauty once again. So in the pursuit of simplicity, again, we can remember how simple is always the answer. In it lies the truth. We can rediscover the beauty that lies hidden in even the smallest of things. And simple acts of kindness that we can show again to animals, to humans, to anything on this being that we call a planet. Seemingly simple gestures truly have the power to create a ripple effect that ignites hope, inspiring others to follow suit. And in a world longing for transparency of pure and divine truth, in true, authentic connection, it is the simplicity of our actions that truly resonates with the divine that is within every human spirit. And by serving through simplicity, we unlock our own sovereignty within us, something that's far beyond a thing that we call freedom. We liberate ourselves from the chains of comparison, competition, materialism, spiritual bypassing, the burden of constantly thinking that we must expand because of all those things. And then that is usually driven by the fear of never being enough. So we liberate ourselves from all of that. And what we can find is that we are going to find ourselves fully present in what I call is the eternal now, fully engaged in the lives of those that we serve, those that we love. And in doing so, we enrich our own lives immeasurably. And this is the sheer power of the revolution of simplicity. The revolution of simplicity starts with each one of us. But its impact extends far beyond the individual actions, because as we come together as a collective force, guided by compassion, united in our own sacred purpose, paths that are unique, we can make a seismic shift in the way service is perceived and valued. So let us inspire others to join this movement, to challenge the norms, and to dare to pursue a different path. Let us celebrate simplicity as a virtue, a strength, and a powerful catalyst for change. And by creating a group of empowered, sacred mission holders all over this world that embraces the power of simplicity, what we do is ignite a sacred flame that can illuminate the most vile in all corners of our world, because what we can do is spread hope, healing, and transformation. And the simplicity revolution of true service to others, this is really the movement that I'm speaking of. Be a rebel. Refuse to be suffocated by this patriarchy any further. When we reclaim our purpose, our power, and we redefine success on our own terms, and by serving through the simplicity, we unleash the full force of our compassion. And this is a collective force that cannot be contained. So I hope that we can all join together, fellow revolutionaries, in embracing the power of simplicity. And let us be unapologetic in our passion for change, unwavering in our belief in the collective impact that we can make. Because together we will transform the world, one act of simplicity at a time, and pave the way for a future where true service knows no bounds. I hope that this video helps you to awaken more of your sacred mission's magic and helps you to pour more of your sacred purpose into it. And if you desire to take your quest to new heights in strategic yet intentional simplicity as your evolution speeds up, just go to teamgoo.com and set up a discovery call to see if what we do is needed. And please subscribe to this channel to receive more insights for sacred soul path illumination so that you can unleash more of your magic into this world. Thank you so much for watching.